Hey everybody, quick question. Is there something in the Constitution that forbids a First Lady from looking like an eccentric third grade art teacher? Because I think there should be. It doesn't take a blind person to see that this is the most unpopular administration in the history of the United States. Here's a fun fact. Ashley Biden has more credible evidence and documentation than Christine Blasey Ford ever did. Hey, get in. I closed down the Keystone and emptied the strategic reserve, and I'm making cars like these illegal. Hey, you know what? Democrats are proud that your carjacker will be driving cars with the lowest emissions ever.
No one. Yeah, goddamn right.
What? First of all, he said this at a hurricane disaster area. Imagine for a moment if Trump was walking around a ravaged area. If he had said no one F's with the Trump, the coverage would be solid right through the midterms. Secondly, no one blanks with Joe Biden. Saudi Arabia just did. After Joe begged the Saudis to unnecessarily pump more oil, the Saudis are now cutting back, which is making gas prices again more expensive. So when they lose the upcoming midterms, get ready for charges of Saudi collusion. No one blanks with a Biden? The country has FJB banners everywhere. Stadiums chant it. Obama publicly blanks with a Biden. That's Obama blatantly ignoring the present leader of the free world to shake hands with anyone else. Do you think that's an accident? So PayPal released a new user agreement that allowed the company to impose a $2,500 fine on people they deemed to be spreading misinformation or inciting hate. For jumping headfirst into politics, PayPal has now had an avalanche of cancellations, just proving that if you go woke, you'll pay. Pal. Quick word, everybody.
Help me! Help me, Rod. Help me!
See the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner? I need you to click on that. Like right now. Like, share, subscribe. And hit the bell. Thanks.
Can biological men become pregnant and give birth?
So men can have pregnancies, especially trans men. Somebody with a uterus may have the capability of becoming pregnant, whether they're a woman or a man.
Okay, let's just say this definitively. Men cannot get pregnant, and anyone saying otherwise is just trans mansplaining. Nothing kind of pervy about this. Drag queens and kids. It goes together like Disney workers and kids. This show is rated G for groomer. All the discussion about kids altering themselves permanently over gender, I think I have a good solution for all the adults who enable all this. If the child later has massive regret and is ruined as a result, then all the adults involved with the Frankensteining of the child need to get a sex change too. That means the trendy, virtue-signaling parents, the lunatic doctor who profited from it, and all the politicians who make it feasible. You know, it's eye for an eye, or other thing for other thing. Speaking of regrets...
This is not a video I want to make, and it's kind of hard to make because as I'm watching myself, I see what I'm going to say, which is I have been diagnosed with Bell's palsy, which is paralysis on one side of the face. For me, it's this side here, the left, obviously. So I got it about 2 weeks after getting my vaccine. And I had a rough go with the vaccine, and I guess still am. But I have to say that I would do it again because it's what we have to do to see people. So, I don't know why I'm making this video, but...
I got Bell's palsy, a stroke, 5 tumors, and a rash, but the important thing is that I trust the government. You get the idea that the government can do almost anything to some people, and they'll still rationalize it away as a necessary sacrifice for the common good. Joe announced pardons for marijuana crimes. Not everyone was pleased. Crack, Dad. I said pardons for crack. Not weed, crack. Mayor Eric Adams declared a state of emergency over Texas sending 17,000 asylum seekers to his sanctuary city. He requires $1 billion. Maybe Zelensky can give him a loan.
New Yorkers are angry. I am angry too. We have not asked for this. There was never any agreement to take on the job of supporting thousands of asylum seekers. This responsibility was simply handed to us without warning as buses began showing up.
Translation, we didn't actually expect you to call us out on our sanctuary city virtue signaling bullshit. Also, it's interesting that a Democrat finally priced this out.
we expect to spend at least $1 billion by the end of the fiscal year on this crisis.
Just 17,000 equals 1 billion to pay for? We catch 2 million over the border and 1 million get away. At $1 billion per 17,000, I'm no math whiz, but that adds up to quite a lot, doesn't it?
I am declaring a state of emergency.
By the way, maybe the real emergency in New York that should be declared is about crime. With Adams' leadership, lots of New Yorkers want to seek asylum.
Asylum seeker. Asylum seekers.
Can we ditch the asylum seeker thing? It's BS.
Legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
It sounds like a pretty convincing argument, one that she couldn't respond to.
You lose!
Joe is definitely on a Gaffe rampage. It's gotten a lot more frequent. It's like your grandfather shouldn't be on the road, but he's driving, and he's falling asleep as he's texting. He said he came from a Puerto Rican community.
I was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community at home.
Yeah, he was raised right next to AOC's abuela. And as we know, Tortilla
He's a bad dude.
Then Biden likened Ukraine to the Cuban Missile Crisis, threatening nuclear Armageddon. Yeah, that's good. Do I actually believe that? No. But then again, whether it's COVID and the winter of death, climate change for every hurricane, the Dems can't stop wrapping themselves in doomsdayism as they usher actual doomsday through the back door with tyranny. Joe should not talk about the Cuban Missile Crisis. He's not JFK. He's LGB. And then there was this.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
Yeah, I have 2 words. 25th Amendment. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Be sure to pass around to anybody who might like my content. And I'll see you the next time.